What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another highly beneficial video brought to you by Mankind Fitness. Today we are going to be picking back up on episode 2 of the My Prison Stories. So if you are not up to speed on what is going on, go check out my last upload and it will fill you in on today's topic, which is the incident that had happened between the Muslims and the Bloods. In particular, it was Buster and Abdul Rauf, also known as Lil D. So when like I said, they got into it downstairs about something. Lil D comes upstairs, says, yeah, I'm about to dog this nigga, woo woo woo. So, before anything had escalated, like me being me, forget the position that I had at the time, I went downstairs and to try and reconcile and see what the deal was with Buster. So I don't go downstairs with anybody. I'm walking dolo. Mind you, it's like 9 of us upstairs with like 4 or 5 like additional dudes from out the DC car that was pretty much like riding with us, like if anything was to ever take place. Like we never requested or asked for that. That's just what it was. I guess that was the type of relationship that some of the Muslims and myself had with them dudes that, they was pretty much on go. So I don't take nobody downstairs with me. I go straight down there. I don't got a knife on me, nothing. So I go downstairs, and as I'm walking down the steps, I'm approaching Buster. I can smell the liquor in the air. I can smell the alcohol in the air. Mind you, it's December 24th, so you have all the kuffar. They drinking, they turning up, they smoking, they K. You name it, they on it. So as I approach him, I said, yeah, dog, what's going on between you and Buster? Like, y'all good? What's up? He goes, bruh, don't talk to me about that, man. It's whatever with him. It's whatever. So I go, oh, okay. All right, so it's dead then, right? Now, at this point, everybody looking. You got multiple people on the tier that is just like, oh, man, what's about to take place? Mind you, the tier pretty much laid back at this point. Nobody's really beefing. Nobody on edge. You know what I'm saying? No organization's beefing with another. You know what I'm saying? If anything, the white boys probably beefing over some frivolous stuff, but it's nothing really going on. So it's really throwing everybody off. Like, why is everybody loud at this point? Where is all this ruckus coming from? So I go, yeah, like, okay, so it's dead then, right? And then he repeats himself. He said, bro, you heard me the first time, Wiley, it's whatever. Don't talk to me about that. Don't talk to me about him. It's whatever. So me being, smart here, I guess, I say, okay, cool. He's not giving me no direct answer, but it sounds like he wants some smoke. But anyways, I just responded with the same response he gave to me. You know what I'm saying? Not the same response. He gave the same response. I gave the same response. I said, okay, cool. So it's dead then. So then at this point, I turn around. I go upstairs, and the brother's looking at me. The brother's looking at Buster. The Blood's looking at me. The Blood's looking at the Muslims. And they upstairs. We upstairs. They downstairs. There's only like 3 Bloods on the tier, maybe 4. So as we go upstairs, I go up the top flight. They start to come upstairs. There's only like 2 of them though. Buster and another dude. I can't remember his name. I know his real name, but I don't know his his code name or street name. Excuse me. So as I'm going up the steps, they come upstairs. They approach us at the table, at our table, and they go. Well, Buster goes, look, if any of y'all got a problem with blood, y'all can get rolled out right now. Say something. Say something. He repeating himself. I'm like, oh. I said, okay, big monkey nuts. All right, cool. Like in my head, I'm like, damn, big monkey nuts. So I said, whoa, Buster, you need to go downstairs, bro, because you really about to get hurt. Don't do that to yourself. He looks at me. The Blood dude look at me. Abdul Rakib, which is a brother from out in the Eastern Shore, who got caught up. They doing like 25 years trying to get home right now. Inshallah to Allāh, he makes it easy on him. He got caught up out in the Eastern Shore with that fentanyl and like doing crazy amount of time for like a non-violent charge. But anyway, one thing about Abdul Rakib, like quick backstory, like he was down there in the House of Corrections, like before they shut it down. Like he's like 33, 34 years old now, but he's like he was a juvenile in the House of Corrections. So like if anybody knows like anything about the House of Corrections before they shut it down, they already know like a lot of dudes that went in there automatically have a different mentality and perspective on life, like period. If you don't know about it, look it up. So he's the first one that hops up. Abdul Rakib, he's the first one that hops up, and he said, "You right, we don't gotta talk about nothing." Connects him right in the jaw. His buster right in the jaw. Blood get the busting everywhere. I don't miss a beat. It was just like a chain reaction. Like, okay, cool. We jump on him. We whooping him. Lil D jumps up and he get the tussling with the other, with the light-skinned dude, the other light-skinned blood dude that was riding with Buster. Mind you, the other blood, or maybe, like I said, I think it was two. I can't remember how many other bloods was it, but ain't nobody else come upstairs. I know for a fact one of them just sat there the whole time. And I can't remember his name either. I put his coward self on blast. But anyway, he just sat there. So we whooping Buster. Buster trying to go in his dip and get his knife, but we just dogging him. We real life crushing old boy. We crushing him so bad that like blood is everywhere. Blood is all over our clothes. We got white t-shirts on. We already know we going to lock up, so we just going all out at this point. So we crushing him. So I turn my attention to go look over and see what's little, you know what I'm saying? What's up with Lil D? Like he working, but he ain't working. So I go over there, move Rakib out the way, because he's like in between me and Abdul Rauf, Lil D. So I move him out the way. I go run over there. The dude got Lil D by the dreads. He hitting him, and Lil D just swinging at his body. But like I said, Lil D ain't the biggest dude, you know what I'm saying? He's not one of the biggest brothers, but he wasn't getting crushed, but he wasn't working, like I said. So I went over there, I assisted him. I came over there, yoked old boy up by his shirt. As I'm yoking him up, mind you, Lil D got him on the table. But like I said, as he's on the table, he has him by the dreads, and he's catching him. So I yoke him up, get him up off of him, but he taking Lil D on the ride. He grabbing him by his dreads. So as he's grabbing him by his dreads, I'm able to catch him. Catch him again. He finally lets go. So at this point, we crushing him. And then I look to my left. I go run back over there to go assist Abdul Rakib, because Abdul Rakib, him and Buster fighting over the knife now. So I come over there, Buster in his dip, he's trying to whip it out, but Abdul Rakib gets his hand on it. So as soon as he gets his hand on it and I'm coming over there, I catch Buster. Buster comes right here on the table at this point. He's on like the stool of the table, and as he's at the stool of the table, he's trying to get up. So once I catch him, and like I say, he's on the stool trying to get up, climb up, get back on his feet, I stomp him. I'm stomping him on his head, and his head is like, it's like a trampoline. It's bouncing. It's like this, like bang, 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 real loud, crushing him, stomping him on his head, and like at this point the COs rush. Once the COs rush, they get the mason, the whole tier. They mace the whole top tier, and I scatter off in the crowd, because at this point I'm trying to figure out how I'm about to avoid lockup. But like, mind you, like where I was particularly at, especially like when I was catching him on his face, the COs had to see it. It was no other way about it. So I tried to take my shirt off and somewhat disguise myself, act like I was getting in the shower, put my bath towel over my sweatpants to try to cover the blood on my sweatpants, and I put my shower shoes on. So, if they was to ask me, were you fighting? Hopefully, inshallah, but Allah willed otherwise, they wouldn't look at my hands, But like I said, Allah willed otherwise. They looked at my hands. I got pillow hands, as you can see. This is a mark from some push-ups I was doing 2 weeks ago, and it still ain't healed. So, like, I'm just known, like, if I put hands on somebody, all you gotta do is look at my hands. You can tell I was fighting. So they grabbed me up, sent me to lock up, sent up Dr. Akib to lock up. I end up getting like 90 days for the incident. Lil D, or Dr. Rauf, he ends up getting away scot-free. They ended up locking up another dude that resembled Little D in the face, in the body. They both had dreads. They locked up a dude named Mo. Mo ends up doing like 30 days for something he ain't even do. He copped out. I was like, damn, bro, that's messed up. But anyways, yeah, they bagged Mo. They bagged Dr. Akib, and they bagged myself. The other two Bloods, they did like 10 days on lockup before they got off and put them on the compound. They sent us from the other side of the compound down Housing Unit 7. And they sent Dr. Akib down Housing Unit 6, which is Blood City. Housing Unit 6 was a Levitate that I was at briefly. Later on during my ECI bid or whatever. I was actually down Housing Unit 7. So many other different situations that, you know, we're going to break down with y'all, inshallah, on further episodes. But, you know, just a couple key points that you can learn from this whole incident is, I guess, one, that phone, like I said, if you have a phone or if you're a part of something and y'all got a phone, do not mix no gang member on your phone. You know what I'm saying? Do not do it. In the Maryland system, don't do it. Do not do it, because it's going to come a time, especially if you are somewhere in a hostile environment, you know, on a compound, don't do it, because of the simple fact that it can lead to situations like this. You know what I'm saying? The phone line, I believe, like I said, got confused somehow, some way. Dudes' egos got involved. Next thing you know, we beating a dude to the point where you can't even recognize his face. There's so much blood and, you know, all over a phone. You know what I'm saying? That's still going to be there when dudes get out. And, you know, and it's sad. But, you know, another key point, the mannerism of the Muslim when in battle. Like, mind you, like, we had our numbers, like, up, you know, up enough to really, you know, crush Bammers in that jump. But we ain't do that to them. We crushed them, but it was a 3-on-2. You know what I'm saying? Really could have been a 1-on-2, and they would have got whooped. You know, be entity left. So, it was one of them situations where you didn't have anybody from the DC car try to jump in and get active with us. It was a 3-on-2, and we was holding our own. Any other organization, they really will try to all out 5, 6 niggas, 7, maybe 10 dudes trying to beat one person. But the honor and the integrity of the Muslims, and that we already knew, if it ever came down to it, we know who's going to do what. But it's no need to be excessive with our force. You know what I'm saying? Because we wouldn't want nobody to do that to us. So that's just one thing that you can get from this story, is this the manners of the Muslim when in battle. Like, we didn't overdo it. Nobody else jumped in. It was just a straight 3-on-2. And like I said, it was another blood just sat there the whole time. He could have got it in with us. He just sat there and watched his men and them get beat. You know what I mean? So, it's a lot more stories I want to go over with y'all, though, man. Y'all just got to be patient. Inshallah, every Monday we're going to be dropping more videos. On the next episode, we're going to actually discuss an incident when one of my men from the streets, not going to say his name because it's quite embarrassing how this situation actually played out. So may Allah guide him. But he was Muslim, but he ended up being a gang member while he was actually doing a juvenile bit, but he kept it concealed. Kept it concealed for years. And then we didn't even know about this on the streets. I didn't, at least. And when we were in the same cell together, it finally came out. And when we hit the compound together after we both got off lockup for separate situations, things got real active, you know what I'm saying? And I had to make a cautious decision on what I was going to do. So stay tuned. That's going to be next Monday, inshallah. Until next time, share this video if you like it, save it, subscribe it, all that good stuff. I'm out of here.